It is lights out, and we are racing in MotoGP here in France. Big wheelie off the line for Marco Bezzecchi, last year's French Grand Prix winner. But Pecco Bagnaia has stolen the march on Jorge Martin from pole position. Aleix Espargaro coming around the outside of the factory of Aprilia as well. Martin aggressive into the Dunlop chicane. Vinales goes in really hot. He runs wide through the first chicane. Pecco Bagnaia now back at the front.
Maverick Vinales did not enjoy the best of that first lap. He's down 2 places. He's the second of the Aprilias in this race.
And Bagnaia will know at the pace that he's running in the early part of this Grand Prix as Pedro Acosta looks for a move on the inside of Vinales. He's going through La Chapelle. Well, he made it fit. He made it work, didn't he? Properly picks up Vinales as they go through the high-speed turn 6. The Gian Antonio throws his Ducati on the inside of Aleix Espargaro into turn 7. He gets it wrong though, running a little bit hot. Aleix Espargaro comes back on through, and this is giving Bagnaia and Martin a chance to ease away at the front here. And that
Here
Pedro
Acosta.
Acosta's got the message here.
Oh,
he's gone down. Pedro Acosta makes his first big mistake in a Grand Prix of the rookie season. It had to come, but it happened probably at the worst possible time in front of his team's home crowd. That was all because he could see Bagnaia and Martin were starting to make a break. And Pedro Acosta trail braking down the hill, full fuel tank into turn 8.
How did he not take these two out? He goes right between the gap between Aleix Espargaro and Fabio Di Gianantonio. Di Gianantonio had to check up slightly to avoid contact. Somehow Acosta missed them both. This is the battle now with Acosta out of the action for 7th and 8th.
Now Bezzecchi's gone down again. Sorry, Lewis.
2 days
Marco
in a row.
Bezzecchi has had a dreadful Le Mans Grand Prix after the highs of last year, the ultimate high when he won the 1000th Grand Prix. Bezzecchi was second when he dumped it in the sprint yesterday, and now he's down at La Chapelle trying to recover lost ground from a dreadful start. But Gian Antonio, again, an absolute rocket ship at the moment is Digia on that VR46 Ducatis. Marquez does get through this super fast sweep through the first corner. Vinales will nick the inside line, and he will be able to hold on as they go through the Dunlop chicane, trying to get him on the cutback. The Gian Antonio's got the inside line down through the Chapelle. He's going to go really wide though. Out to the marbles goes the Gian Antonio. Aleix Espargaro eases back on through for 3rd place. Binder picked off Miller, his teammate on the factory KTM, on that last lap, and that's putting Binder from 22nd to 10th. Was that a little bit of rubbish or debris which got caught up in Gian Antonio's bike?
Well, let's hope that doesn't send the temperatures through the roof, because that will create some problems for Gian Antonio.
It's still Bagnaia versus Martin at the front of this Grand Prix. Nothing between the top 2 riders in the championship last year. Nothing between 2 riders who are going to go toe-to-toe, aren't they? Trading blows here, then Le Mans. Yeah, Aleix Espargaro looks like he's suffering at this juncture of the Grand Prix. Coming under big pressure here from his teammate Maverick Vinales, who, as we can see on board with Marquez, he's not close enough to attack. Yeah, Aleix has gone wide. Yeah, what's going on here with Aleix Espargaro? Just struggling a little bit, isn't he? As the dark clouds loom in the background there on the onboard camera shot. So now Vinales up into 4th place.
And now Marquez too.
Yeah, this has been a dreadful lap and a half, hasn't it, for Aleix Espargaro? Aleix Espargaro is going to have to take the slip road here as well.
Enjoying that. Not particularly pleased with Enea Bastianini for that move into Shimano above. I'm not sure what Enea was supposed to do there. The gap was there, and he took it and moved through into 6th place. We'll have to see where Aleix Espargaro rejoins. He won't be as low as 15th, I wouldn't have thought. He just didn't trigger the timing beam. He does come from a little way back, but the door's open, and Enea Bastianini more than happy to ride through it, although Bastianini himself also went off through the runoff.
Bagnaia, half a second clear of Martin. Here he comes, Bastianini got the message very, very quickly into the long lap penalty loop. Di Gian Antonio still 3rd, 9/10 behind Martin. What can Marquez do then now? Marquez has got 13 laps remaining. He's 2.19 seconds behind your race leader, Pecco Bagnaia. Oh, it's Vinales. It was his mistake, wasn't it, that left the door wide open for Marquez. He tried to shut him off, didn't he, through the double apex right-hander, but Marquez was never going to back out of that one, was he? Here he goes, it's coming into the Dunlop chicane. Oh, he's going to have to really tough it out.
Wow.
The Gian Antonio was properly fighting fire with fire, and Marquez is coming out the worst of that one, isn't he? The Gian Antonio says, no, you're not having that 3rd place without an almighty fight. Oh yeah, we can hear the groans in the grandstands there. Our French commentary colleagues are in the commentary box next door, and we can just hear their microphones almost going through the screens. That's frustration. Fabio Quartararo, who was on course for his first top 6 of the season, he's crashed out Bagnaia and Martin come over the line. They've set identical lap times, 131.929. This time around, Marc Marquez does not wait to the Dunlop chicane. Although, can the Gian Antonio fight back? He sure he can. He's going to go in really wide there, though. Jack Miller has also crashed out here. The rider who led from laps 3 to 11 here 1 year ago. Back at the front now then. Martin all of a sudden has found 2 or 3 tenths of a second, hasn't he? It's Bagnaia versus Martin.
There's plenty of aero on that number 1 Ducati, but he's going to need the widest Ducati he's ever ridden. He leads Martin by 2 tenths of a second. Marc Marquez, though, another 3 tenths quicker. Maverick Vinales, personal best lap. Fastest lap of the Grand Prix to Bastianini as Martin comes through.
Martin goes into the lead then for the first time in this Grand Prix. Bagnaia will get him on the cutback. Bagnaia knew that was coming. Martin running a little bit hot going into the Dunlop chicane. So Martin led for what? 10-15 metres of this Le Mans Grand Prix. Bagnaia is then that's back at the front.
Yeah, Bagnaia can't get out of the 32s as Martin looks to take him again. Bagnaia once again looks to try and see him coming and fight back. He wasn't quite successful this time, and Martin had to make that move stick because they're in the 32s. Marquez behind them is in the mid-31s.
Pecco now the pursuer. What has he got left late on here? And now Bagnaia and Marquez are all over his rear tyre.
Bagnaia's got to attack quickly.
He's
on the inside.
That's going to be really aggressive. There is no room through there. And now Marquez waiting to pick up the pieces, going on the front foot himself here. What a race we have on our hands. 2.5 laps to go here at the Bugatti circuit. It's one of 3 Ducatis that will take the spoils, surely. But is it going to be Martin, Bagnaia or Marquez? Here comes Pecco Bagnaia. He is hunting as they go through the high-speed first corner. He is not going to be close enough to attack Martin into the Dunlop chicane.
Martin ever so slightly wide, and Marc Marquez is right back on this pair now.
Here comes Marc Marquez on the inside of Pecco Bagnaia. What a move that was. What a move by Marquez. He takes second place. That is Bagnaia's victory hopes here in Le Mans gone.
And Jorge Martin surely now comfortably clear. An opportunistic move from Marquez, which has secured him second place, or has it?
Will Bagnaia fight back? These two have had already their big tussle so far in 2024, but through the final corner we go. Let the fireworks start here in France, because it is pure magic from Jorge Martin. He smashes the screen on the Prima Ducati. He takes the win in a memorable, brilliant French Grand Prix. He takes the checker flag by nearly half a second. Marc Marquez with the last lap attack on Pecco Bagnaia. He wasn't going to wait for Bagnaia to attack Martin. Amazing performance by Marc Marquez. An amazing weekend for Jorge Martin. Absolutely amazing.
Marc Marquez and Pecco Bagnaia threw everything at this man, but Jorge Martin had all the answers.
Like and subscribe for more MotoGP action. What are you waiting for?